This is a tale as old as time. If you own a console, I guarantee that you're paying an annual fee to play online with your friends and a bunch of strangers. You're not paying out of free will and because you think this service is good, but because it's absolutely necessary to even access most content of most games. Most games are online only nowadays and rely on one-to-one experiences with other players. Now, the problem isn't that we have to buy these memberships and subscriptions. No, servers don't pay for themselves, but sometimes we really wish they did. The problem is the prices of some of these subscriptions because they get very stupid very fast. And it only gets more stupid when we take into consideration the different stages of these subscriptions. But do you know what's a really good free subscription? The one to this channel, of course. Please, I'm desperate. Just do it. It's free. It takes like 2 seconds. Come on, guys. I'm going to start the meat of this video by talking about a subscription that I'm all too familiar with, PlayStation Plus. Now, PS Plus is 3 different levels: Essential, Extra, and Premium. Essential is as it says on the tin. It's the most basic tier of the subscription, which allows you to play online, as well as giving the subscriber a few added benefits, such as monthly games, exclusive packs in games, and exclusive discounts for more games. Games. Which is ironic, the PS5 doesn't have any games. Extra gives you access to the game's catalogue. This is basically Xbox Game Pass if you're familiar with that. It's a massive collection of games from both the PS5 and PS4 that you can download and play for completely free as part of your subscription. So it's not really completely free, it's just a no added expense. In all fairness, there are some decent games in the game catalogue like Death Stranding and Hollow Knight, but it's very 50-50 depending on the kind of games you want to play. The final tier of the subscription, Premium, gives you access to the Classics catalogue, which is the exact same as the games catalogue but for classic games like Dino Crisis and Oddworld. Yeah, it's kinda pointless when you can just buy the games individually for less than a tenner sometimes. Talking about prices, let's talk about the prices of each of these because Jesus Christ, my wallet is in shambles. We'll be going off of the price for a year's subscription. So, for Essential it's £60 per year, for Extra it's £100 per year, and for Premium it's £120 per year. What the hell happened? Bear in mind that the PS3 always had and still has free online multiplayer. In the late days of the PS3, 2012 to around 2013, PS Plus debuted as a subscription service called PlayStation Network Platform that gave you free monthly games, kind of like PS Plus does at the minute. It was only with the release of the PS4 that they made online require a subscription through PS Plus. Now, is Sony the one to blame for this? No, it's actually Microsoft. When Microsoft saw how Sega were trying to capitalize on the online gaming scene by introducing SegNet for the Dreamcast, yeah, no one remembers that. Anyway, Microsoft thought, hey, why don't we do this too, but on a bigger and better scale? And so Xbox Live was born, and debuted all the way back in November of 2002. Now, I don't think Xbox Live was exactly a bad thing conceptually, it just led to this massive uptick in the amount of subscription services. Obviously, I'm not talking about streaming services like Netflix, although they probably got some inspiration from these subscription services. I'm talking about stuff like Nintendo Online and PlayStation Plus. Hell, I could even argue that some games with season passes like Destiny 2 were very heavily inspired by online subscription services because they realized it was a very easy way to make a quick buck over the span of a year. Whilst none of these are nowhere near as expensive as PS Plus, they were pretty much all inspired by Xbox Live, the trendsetter for modern day online subscription services. Now, what do I mean by the title, How Subscription Services Ruined Gaming? How did subscription services ruin gaming? Well, a lot of games nowadays require you to have access to online play because that's just how gaming has gone. We don't get too many big story-driven single-player games nowadays, and if we do, they'll usually have some kind of online feature built into them. It's kind of like how people are saying MrBeast ruined YouTube because everyone's trying to be a copy and paste version of him, when they're nowhere near as good. And in all fairness, Jimmy's content isn't necessarily the best. Look at GTA and Red Dead. For the most part, they are single-player story-driven games, but each of them have their own online mode through GTA Online and Red Dead Online. We're in an era of live service and online games, so we kind of need to buy these services and online subscriptions just so we can play the games we love. It sucks and is extremely predatory. Remember how I said PlayStation Plus was only introduced in 2014 with the release of the PS4? That proves that we don't actually need to be paying for online multiplayer access because we didn't have to during the PS3 era. What changed? Seriously, what makes charging players 60 quid per year for an online multiplayer justifiable? Server prices? Fuck off. But that just about does it for this video. I guarantee you that there's someone in the comments already typing about how PC is the master race. Swap to PC. Screw these dumb consoles. I love paying £200 for a graphics card. And to them, I say, to each their own. People have their own preferences, and if that means having to pay £60 per year to play online with their friends, then let them do that. Personally, I've always grown up with consoles, so that's why I've not made the change to PC yet. It's a familiarity thing with me, I can't really explain it well, but you guys probably understand where I'm coming from. This doesn't mean I'm happy to pay £60 to play online with my friends though. That's dumb as fuck and it needs to change. I know it's about the same price as some games nowadays, if not a bit cheaper, but I'd find so much more value out of buying and playing that new game than paying £60 to simply play online. I do that with my internet provider anyway. The bastards.